have one very soon. But I want to move on to the next session. And Sandhya, you helped me with that introduction, because the next one is a special one. We're calling it India's AI Leap. Future perfect is the question we are posing. India is on an ambitious AI journey like we just discussed, but how do we sustain this momentum? From infrastructure to leadership, this session reflects on India's progress and potential to lead the world in AI innovation and application. Can I please have on stage my colleague Siddharth Zarabi for a very special session with our esteemed guest Priyank Kharge, Minister IT and Biotechnology, Government of Karnataka. A huge round of applause, please.
Priyank ji, a very, very warm welcome, and I just need to inform the audience that he's flown all the way from Bangalore only for this, and then of course, while he is IT Minister, he is also a politician at heart, so some politics, but that is after this session where we want to first get to hear from you some initial opening thoughts. Priyank ji, you want to use the podium or, yeah, okay.
Like you said, politicians always love the podium. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Very good evening to all of you, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here at India Today's AI Conclave. And as you are aware, Karnataka has always been the pioneer of technologies in India, and we intend to maintain that leadership position by shifting gears to lead the world in skilling, research, innovations, and inventions. And I think today if this event was happening a decade back, we would still be talking about IT-enabled services. But look at the journey that we have embarked upon. We have moved from being the IT-enabled services or IT services capital. Today we are the capital for cutting-edge technology. And Karnataka now is the world's 4th largest technology cluster. We have the second highest foreign direct investments with 38%. With 40% share, we are number 1 in electronics design in India. In machine tools manufacturing, we have a whopping 52% share. In aerospace and defense manufacturing, we have a 65% share. Karnataka currently exports close to around $5.1 billion of electronics accessories. Karnataka's share of IT exports is a staggering 42%. Last year, we clocked 4.2 lakh crores in IT exports. And of course, biotech production and exports, we are 60%. Karnataka contributes 21% to the national bioeconomy. In the global startup ecosystem, we are number 8. Karnataka is the 5th largest unicorn hub in the world, just falling behind New York, Beijing, London, and the Bay Area, of course. And in the startup arena, out of 110 unicorns, we have close to around 45 from my state of Karnataka. And what's really good is the fact that the startups in Karnataka are leveraging deep tech. 28% of the tech startups in Karnataka leverage deep tech. So that means that just because there is a European version of a site or an American e-commerce site, we don't have a Desi version of here. So deep tech startups are a great thing for us to have. We have 400 plus research and development centers. We have 100 plus chip designing houses. 70% of national chip designers are from Karnataka. We command over 40% share in the market for global capability centers. We have more than 837 global capability centers and their units in Karnataka. And all this is happening because of the great ecosystem we have provided over 3-4 decades. And you'll be quite surprised to know that the government of Karnataka nurtures this through skills, incubations, and policies, of course. And we run our own centers of excellence. We have 27 centers of excellence that we run through partnerships with industry and academia. We have a center of excellence in cybersecurity, in agri-innovation, data science and AI. We have one in aerospace. We have one in biotech, semiconductor, fabless, machine intelligence and robotics, animation and gaming, health science and medical devices, wireless and wireless manufacturing. We have a CEO for automobile tech, we have a biofoundry, we have a biotechnology accelerator, we have a gaming accelerator, we have a fintech accelerator, and also we have a center of excellence in water management. And just for AI, just for the context of this thing, the reason why I gave you all these stats is one, of course, we like to brag of what we do in Karnataka. And the other thing is it sort of sets a context on what we are doing in AI today. And what we are doing in AI did not happen just last 3 years or 5 years. We have put in a couple of decades of hard work for it. We run 3 centers of excellence for artificial intelligence, one with the Indian Institute of Science, one with IIITB, and one with the IIT alumni. So as per the Artificial Intelligence Report of 2023 by Stanford, India has the highest AI skill penetration, followed by the United States and Germany. India ranks second globally in AI specialists and number 3 in research publications. Out of the top 50 AI cities, Bengaluru is number 5. And the AI adoption rate in India is 57%, while the international adoption rate is 25%, and the US rate is 34%. That's exactly what Ms. Sandhya was trying to say when she said she goes to a village and they have somebody using Meta to send a card or perhaps get some other information. So the 57% of adaptability of AI, that is where this data comes from. And of course, the India AI market is growing at a whopping 30% year on year, and NASSCOM AI Adoption Index report suggests that we will be a 500 billion market. We'll be contributing, AI will be contributing close to around 500 billion to India's economy by 2026, which means that if we are going to ensure that AI is going to contribute $500 billion in the next 3-4 years, talent is very important. And that again was pointed out by Ms. Sandhya earlier. We have close to around 600,000 workforce in AI, and that is going to double by 2027 at close to around 12.5 lakh people. And the government of Karnataka recognizes the transformative potential of AI and machine learning and has established an artificial intelligence and machine learning administrative unit within the e-governance department. And we are just doing simple things using this. One is better public service delivery, operational efficiency, transparency, and policy making. So this AI ML unit, which works under the e-governance and also partly with the Department of ITBT, is doing, like I said, 4 or 5 simple things within the departments. One, it is enhancing the quality and speed in decision-making processes. 2, it is optimizing operational efficiency by streamlining and automating routine but complex administrative tasks that will ensure there is better productivity with the government officers. 3, the unit is also fostering cross collaboration between departments so that every department is future ready. So if we have some data in the health department that could be used in the rural development, we are ensuring that they collaborate. If there is some data with the transport department, we are ensuring that we take that for urban development as well. So this future ready policies are going to come out because of our cross collaborations with the Department of e-governance as well. And more importantly, the unit is ensuring ethical and responsible and responsive use of AI within government. And I'll give you a couple of use cases quickly. One is we are using an AI-powered information extraction tool. So you know how government documents are, they're endless. So if you want anything, you have to swim through at least 1,000 pages. So we have developed an extraction with a third party, a partner of course. We have developed a tool, extraction tool, wherein the user can give in his query and it will look for relevant information or keywords that are there and ensure that the right pages or the right information is given to the government employee. Another good use case is the detection of fake images in crop surveys. So every time we have to pay the farmers compensation because of disaster, because of natural disaster, we spend a lot of time trying to authenticate the data that is there, especially the photographs of the crop losses. So we are using AI as a possible solution to verify thousands of images that come to us from the Department of Agriculture or Horticulture, and trying to see which of these images are not tampered with based on the lighting, based on the texture, and based on the orientation. So that has helped helping the departments deliver the compensation to the farmers at a greater pace. And even in the Department of Animal Husbandry, we are using something called the AI-enabled muscle print based identification for our livestock, for the cattle. So the nose of the cows or the livestock have different muscle prints, each one. So that's something to do with genetics. And we are using machine learning and AI techniques to map these muscle prints, ensure that we get the right database of livestock, and how we can ensure that these livestock are preserved, and also ensure that how we can enhance the livestock for using AI. Of course, there are probably most of the departments within the government of Karnataka have a AI use case. Even in my department of rural development, a lot of people ask how do you manage? I'm also the IT minister and also the Panchayat Raj and rural development. But I have the ringside view of what is going on in the villages. And trust me, because of the mobile internet penetration, which is close to around 90% in Karnataka, things are moving so seamlessly. We deliver more than 800 citizen services right at the fingertips of the citizens. And my chatbot for Panchayat Raj is AI based. So anybody sitting in the village can put any of the problems that they face right onto my chatbot called Panchamitra. And even if you cannot type, you can just record your voice or put in a video. If you want the proceedings of the panchayat, that also is available on your mobile right now. All you need to do is just tell us the village, the name of the village, and we will get out the proceedings of the Gram Panchayat that has happened, whatever has been uploaded in the previous meeting. So I think we are going all guns blazing with respect to use cases in government of Karnataka. Of course, the Department of Home is using it for various other things, including real-time facial recognition. One thing that we are also using it is for the notorious Bangalore traffic. So what's happened now is that while coming from here, I came pretty quickly from the airport, but the last 1 kilometer I took 30 minutes. I was extremely happy that I'm not going to get roasted here because of traffic. Anybody complains on traffic of Bangalore, I'm going to say, bhai. And the worst part was that I didn't want to waste your time, so I got off the car and came walking to the hotel. So the point I'm trying to make here is that we are also trying to use AI cameras for traffic detection and better mobility of traffic, and that has ensured that we have increased the average speed of mobility of four-wheelers and two-wheelers in Bengaluru by 3.5 kilometers. So it was, I'm still not very happy with the numbers, although it was around 12 kilometers. Now it's come up to somewhere around 15 or 15.5. So these are very regular use cases that I'm giving. But also one disruptive thing that we are doing is we help startups through our funds. So we have created this unique model for startups called the preferential public procurement, wherein if you have a problem that is, if you're registered with the government of Karnataka and you're actually solving a problem for the government, we ensure that the government becomes your first client. We are ready to pilot with startups also. You'll be quite amazed to know that the government of Karnataka till now has funded 983 startups till date. 983 startups. No VC in the world, no government in the world has done on scale like this. And more importantly, most of 32% of the startups are from tier 1 and tier 2 cities. And you will be extremely happy to know, Ms. Sandhya, that 28% of them are women-led startups. And I think that is a number that we need to really improve upon. But the point is that we are learning, we are unlearning, we are relearning the government of Karnataka. And we are doing that along with the academia, we are doing along with the industry, and we are doing it along with the innovators and the disruptors. And there's this one company that was funded by the government of Karnataka. I'm not able to recollect. It was a legal firm. They're using AI. I was thinking like, isme AI kya ho sakta hai? So then the gentleman comes and tells me like, no sir, it's just not civil. Look at defense contracts. If you want to build a submarine, there are the Ministry of Defense uses 3,500 contracts because बोल्ट देने वाला अलग है, पेरिस्कोप देने वाला अलग है, मिसाइल बनाने वाला अलग है. So he said that 3,000 contracts is what is being evaluated, and we help them reduce which will go to take years. So now that they're reducing it by months. Of course, the AI is doing its bit, but governments take more time. So even if you are going to give it to me in 30 minutes, I'm still going to take 30 months as a government to get things done. So the point again here is that it is penetrating far and wide across departments. There are use cases right from agriculture to aerospace. And the government of Karnataka is extremely keen on exploring all possible possibilities because we are the only state in the country who has the appetite for this, who has the skill sets necessary for this. So to cut a long story short, from being the pensioners' paradise, today we are being the most disruptive city for the world. And when I speak for Karnataka, I speak for the country because I'm no longer competing with anybody in the state. My competition is with the Bay Area. My competition is with the London ecosystem. My competition is with the Chinese ecosystem. Like I said, the data that we have given is very, very encouraging. The use cases that we can do is extremely good, and we are able to scale. The good part about India is anything that you need to do it on scale because of the demography that we have, because of the policies that we have. So that ensures that we not only deliver right, but we also deliver to the large population that is there, and this has a cascading effect across the globe. So recently we had the Bangalore Tech Summit. It is Asia's biggest technology summit, and you will not believe a country from the Middle East came to the summit, and from the government of the country came and told that, Priyank, I want to evaluate your startups to take them to Middle East. So we said, what areas are you looking at? They gave us some 4-5 sectors in emerging technologies. And in less than 2 days, we were able to present them with close to around 119 startups. And trust me, they picked up close to around 42 of them or 43 with an average funding of $250,000. And now most of them are also working across the globe. And the only reason they were able to do that because their solution was tested here, tested in this environment, and it was scale. That is what impressed them the most. And of course, it was great technology as well. So I'll not take much of your time, but I'd like to assure you that anything that is going to be disruptive in this vertical will also be led from the government of Karnataka, will be led from my state of Karnataka. As you are aware, we are not only innovating for Karnataka, we are innovating from Karnataka for the world. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your invitation, Adam. Thank you so much.
Minister Kharge, this is the second time in the recent couple of years that I'm on a stage with the IT minister from a southern state. It was earlier Telangana and now Karnataka, and I realized that they speak more like CEOs rather than just traditional ministers. And the problem with such a sharp minister CEO is that he ensures that the moderator has run out of all talking points. But what I want to pick up from what you just said, and you've given us a very detailed, granular overview of what you're doing in the AI space. You know, states all across India, and your state also, for example, keeps visiting Davos, and you look for investments. Because the state and its politicians, the administration, their objective is primarily first to redistribute tax revenues, to ensure social welfare, and obviously with an eye on the politics of the situation. In the way that you are implementing artificial intelligence, has any doubt ever crossed your mind as a public person that this will lead to job losses? This will, reverse the situation when it comes to the millions of youth in Karnataka who are looking for jobs?
So, two things. First is, of course, we are always a welfare state from before. As a nation, I'm telling, not just Karnataka. This is what people said when the computers came in, right? When the computers came in, they said that we are going to lose our jobs, and that's how things evolved. But people got more jobs. In fact, like I said, because of the advent of technology, I'm able to deliver 4.2 lakh crores in IT exports only from my state of Karnataka. And that's contributing to what? It's contributing to nation building. It's contributing to better living standards. See, any technology will be disruptive, but there will be new things coming up. I'm sure about that. And my personal opinion is that the way things are, like I gave you some statistics, right? Like we have 600,000 people now, and we need by 2027, in the next couple of years, we need 12.5 lakh people. So where are we going to get them? The same people will have to be reskilling. That is the reason why we have understood this by talking to our industry partners, by listening to corporate heads, and we have come up with the program called Nipuna Karnataka. Nipuna in Pali, it means highly skilled, and this is probably India's biggest reskilling program and upskilling program in emerging technologies. So I had a committee for a skill council, which is for emerging technology. So we are going to be future ready in AI, in cybersecurity, in better data analytics, in biomanufacturing, biomechanics, name the emerging sector. And we are going to ensure that we have the best trained human resource, not only for Karnataka, but for the world. The mantra for Nipuna Karnataka is skill locally, work globally. So it's just not opportunities here. Now our talent is so good that it is absolutely necessary for the entire world to absorb it. So I don't think that will be a problem. Jobs will be in their new forms. Jobs will be in their new avatars. And the governments should get ready. Should get ready for that. That's about it.
Priyankji, when the first mobile signals started getting transmitted across India 30 years ago, that sort of led to a technology revolution. We then saw Y2K. We've seen other major evolutionary developments, including UPI, which has led to financial inclusion on a global scale. When you look ahead, what would you tell other states who may wish to learn and understand from the Karnataka example with regard to AI adoption? The reason I ask you this question is that not all states in India are at the same level of progressive policy architecture that you have just spoken about.
Somebody needs to tell this to the central government. Because the entire AI mission has gone everywhere except Karnataka. So the point is that, there's always room to learn from each other. See, there's a lot of conversations we have had with the state of Telangana. We learn from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu learns from us. Maharashtra learns from us. I think there is, as a state, of course, we are ahead of the curve because we have always listened, we always hear to industry very closely. So we came up with India's first Global Capability Center policy. We came up with India's first data center policy, IT policy, VT policy, AVGC policy, your engineering and research development policy. All this happens only when we discuss this with the industry and the academia. if we don't talk to them closely, we don't understand. And once it is done, I'm sure that now that the GCC policy is out, I got a couple of calls from Karnataka cadre IS officers who are working in other states, saying like, sir, we wanted to discuss this with you. I have a couple of my colleagues who are ministers saying that let's collaborate and see what we can do better. So there's always scope for learning from each other, and Karnataka loves competition. You know, it always keeps us on our toes. It helps us stay ahead of the curve. But like I said, we are not competing with our states anymore. We are trying to be on the global platform, like you said, Davos or London Tech Week. We go there. I don't think that's where business happens, but it's important from a positioning point of view or a perception point of view, and we get to learn a lot of what is happening across the world. So government of Karnataka recently tied up with the World Economic Forum for AI, and that happened because we were in Davos last year. So presence matters, perception matters, and when you visit places across the country, across the globe, there's a lot of learning. Like I said, a government should be willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Tabhi hota hai.
What would you like the center to sort of do? Because you made that pointed remark, but when it comes to AI, also from a regulatory architecture, because we've seen efforts over the past few years at the central level, but they haven't sort of all fully come together as of now.
Oh, well, the politics aside, I think they need to work more closely with states, because the ecosystem within the states are so vibrant and so ahead of what is happening in Delhi. I think if there is a much more collaborative effort, it is going to help the nation. Ultimately, what are we all working for? We are ensuring that Karnataka thrives so that India moves forward. And I think a better collaboration will definitely help. You've seen what is happening with European Union AI regulations. It is too strict. Companies are saying that they're dying, whereas in the US bills of rights for AI, they are very sector specific. They don't have it like the EU. So governments across the globe also should talk. In the federal structure also they should talk, because now see what happens. This affects now there are no more geographical boundaries because of the internet being so internet has got us all closer. There's no boundaries at all. So a crime that happens in Singapore, a crime that happens in Middle East or US and affects us. So we need a global policy which the central government should lead from the front, only for the fact that we are a very populous country. And like I said earlier, a mobile phone is no more a rich person's gadget. It's right there even in my constituency of Chitapur.
Absolutely.
Where people are gaming, people are online, people are getting their DBTs done on this thing. In fact, I'm not sure if I should be using this forum to say that just last night one of the students in a private hostel committed suicide because of his addiction to online gaming, which was the servers which were there in the Eastern Europe. And if we don't regulate these things, at least the technology always has good and bad. So at least the bad part of this thing should be...
Priyank, on whose shoulders does the responsibility primarily lie? Because we have seen, for example, on crypto, instead of a formal ban, we caught the air in a roundabout manner. On gaming also, we have doubled down on taxation, but not looked at the disastrous impacts that it has. Who is responsible? Is it just the center or states as well?
No, see, like I said, a collaborative effort is just because you have a cold, you don't cut off your nose. Of course, online gaming is, there are different types of online gaming. In fact, the gaming industry is contributing heavily to the exchequer as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me right, they have retrospectively put a couple of lakh crores as tax for them.
But that's the GST Council. Your government is also part of it.
Yeah, but hamari kaun sunta hai? अब हमको एक 20-30 सीट ज़्यादा दे दिया तो I would have been there in the council. But anyway, the point is that all of us are responsible. So it's not that. But see, government should talk to each other. And I have made recommendations. It's not that I have not made recommendations. It's not that I'm putting the ball in central government court and saying like, "Aapki zimmedari hai." I have written on the same very issue of gaming that you're going to kill the industry. It's generating jobs. It's not only about thing. You see, people illustrators.
Perhaps if not kill, drive it underground or offshore.
See, what's happening is now, if you actually if you actually go online and see, where are the people playing? Have people stopped playing? People have not stopped playing. The ad you see is no GST for the online
because it's
gambling.
in some unregulated domain.
At least it was earlier. What would happen? You know where the servers are. You know who the company was. If there was a fraud, you could actually go pick them up and come. Now we don't even know whether they're playing on Chinese servers or a Romanian server, and our people are losing money. They're losing their lives. The households.
So, given
are
this
cracking up.
experience, do you think Karnataka Finance Minister will raise this issue at the next GST Council meeting?
The Honorable CM is not a member there. The Revenue Minister is. But,
Okay.
So we have, I like I said, I myself have written to the Minister. I have gone and met him as well.
What do you think? Is our crypto policy progressive or regressive?
Well, I think it is submissive. See, you should. See, you can't. If there is going to be a problem with everything, but that doesn't mean that you throttle it. They regulate it. Who's saying no? Even the industry, gaming industry wants to be regulated. The crypto industry wants to be regulated. But if you are going to, if सिर्फ हम दोनों बात करके सारे लोगों का policy बनाए तो कैसा होगा?
You know, for 10 years we have had a strong central government where laws were passed within minutes, if not days in parliament. I wonder, according to you, what is the reason that we don't have a set of progressive data security regulation laws? I mean, it's not rocket science, honestly, sir.
See what's happening to the privacy, the Sri Krishna Commission report or the data privacy report, that is the bill that was supposed to come in. Why is it going to courts? It's going to court because it's one-sided. There's no consultation. If there had been due consultations from public, if there were due consultations for industry, why would the courts interfere? Who's going to the court? When it is affecting somebody, they're going to the court and getting a stay. And that is why we don't have a policy till now. And
who is to blame for it?
अभी क्या बोलना बोलिए कि नाम सुनना चाहते हैं कि
आप तो कहना चाहते हैं.
See, like I said, in a federal structure, you need to ensure that you engage with everyone. It's a federal structure, right? आप ऊपर हो, आपके नीचे से हम सब लोग काम कर रहे हैं, सब लोग देश के लिए काम कर रहे हैं. तो let's say, like I keep harping about the 42% of the IT exports. No, एक रुपए नहीं मिलता मुझको. It's all going to the central government. Not a single pie I'm getting. It's not that I'm cribbing, but we have made that it as a policy issue. But if you are going to sit and talk to state governments, talk to stakeholders, talk to people whom it will affect, then these problems don't arise. So, आप बोल रहे हैं कि yes, the government is strong in the 10 years, that is, it's only by number. Show me one great policy that has worked till now. Make in India का हालत क्या है? Digital India का हालत क्या है? Skill India का हालत क्या है? You are giving great slogans, Viksit Bharat, Amrit Kal. Why are so many people relinquishing their citizenship? 2.5 lakh people relinquishing every year. 10 people every hour are trying to get into US illegally. So, the point I'm trying to make is because you are not talking. If you talk to stakeholders, if you talk to public, if you have public consultation, if you talk to state governments, probably we'll evolve a better policy.
Okay, since time's up, I just still have a couple of questions, Priyank. One is on a rising cyber crime, the frauds that we are seeing, banking frauds, which are impacting old age citizens, and unfortunately AI tools are being used for deep fakes, and people don't understand this. As a politician, as a public representative, what do you think needs to be done? Because I believe, with all respect, just advertisements in newspapers is not going to solve the issue.
How many people read newspapers now? So while there has to be a large-scale awareness done at the bottom of the pyramid, if you, like you rightly said, the frauds are not happening at the top of the pyramid; they're happening at the bottom of the pyramid. It's happening at the tier 2 cities. It's happening at the tier 1 cities. It's happening in the cosmopolitans, and the government of Karnataka is doing 2-3 simple things. One, massive awareness campaigns. 2, we are building skill sets. When I say skill sets, we are building skill sets to across the verticals. It's just not, we are not helping the Department of Home with the right skill sets. We are actually bringing in skill sets at the basic level, at the school level. In fact, we have tied up with Meta for training 100,000 teachers and 10 lakh kids on how to be safe online. How to ensure what would be a phishing call, and what could be cyberbullying, what could be a sort of a small lean thread into the dark net. So all these awareness programs is compulsory, and the skill set should come at every level. Besides training the Department of Home and the other departments in the government level, it should also be out in the open. Number 3, what we are doing is we are creating these massive regional centers of excellence for understanding cyber crimes of different nature, because what works in probably in a Mysore Mandya will not work in Kalburgi or Bengaluru. So we are having these regional centers of excellence as well to ensure that there is awareness, there is skill sets that is built, there is incubation centers where innovations come out, and these innovations are used not only by the department but also by the corporate. And we are closely associated with industries. We have tied up with Cisco to train close to around 20,000 cyber warriors. So with the skill sets that the industry is suggesting. So it needs to be driven constantly. And like you said, just 2-3 advertisements in paper front page will not make a difference.
Absolutely. There's so much more to discuss with someone like you, Priyank Kharge, but we are completely out of time. I just want to end by saying that from decades when Bengaluru was known as the Silicon Valley of India to now very clearly on its way to become also the AI hub of India. We wish you all the very best for that. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
With that, it's a wrap on this session. Come, sir. They want a Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well. Wow. What a day, right? I mean, we've had conversations ranging from AGI, policy regulation, we've had Instagram, the creator economy, gaming, and now in the